All hard, grit and grind.
Hi, this is Lee Smith for GritGrindGrizz.com. Well, I usually write stuff about the Grizzlies, but from time to time I write about bigger NBA concepts as well. And I had this idea earlier this year that teams that don't make the playoffs could compete in a single elimination tournament in which the top prize was the #1 pick in the NBA draft. To me, that's a lot better idea than teams waiting on some ping pong balls to hopefully bounce their way. You put competition back in the hands of the players and let teams decide their fate right here on the court. Well, I wrote about it earlier this year and I went to All-Star Weekend in New Orleans and I got a chance to ask some of the All-Stars, some media types, and yes, the NBA commissioner himself, Adam Silver, what they thought of the idea. Here's what happened. 14 teams.
Yeah.
And it'd be, competitive. But do you think
like a tournament?
Like a tournament, like a Sweet 16.
And you have to win it to get the number one pick? That's interesting, actually. I've never heard that concept before.
So what you saying, the winner gets the first pick? I heard this discussion before. I don't know how that works, to be honest. It make you competitive, most definitely from a standpoint. So, I don't know, it'd be something interesting to see if that did happen. I mean, it's different. It's different, but I don't know. I don't know how you work that one.
I think that'd be a fun and interesting idea. You know what I mean? That's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Basically have like a March Madness. You know what I mean? NCAA tournament thing. It'd be funny to me because now you see teams really compete to see if it's a talented guy coming out that they can get at #1. I think they really play even harder. So that's not a bad idea.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That gives, the guys that don't make playoffs an incentive to, not give up and not, throw in the season at the end.
I wouldn't agree with it because I think the #1 pick should go to the team that needs them the most. So I think the way it is good because it takes that player, to the most needed market.
And the thing is, any team can win on any given night. So just because you're like the 8th seed in the tournament doesn't mean you couldn't end up with a high pick.
So let me ask you a question. Based on the way you're thinking about it, 14 teams, right, in it. Who gets the #1 seed? The team
the ninth seed, the number 9 team in a conference.
Number 9 team.
Yeah, so there's a reward.
So your best record gives you the best seed for that tournament.
Right.
The team with the best record that didn't make the playoffs gets the best seed.
Gets a first round bye.
So that way it encourages you to sprint through the finish and keep playing out these games hard and not tanking. It's a good idea, actually.
Exactly. If you're on the outside of the playoffs, say the number 9 seed, and you could maybe get an impact player that puts you on the top.
Yeah.
It's not fair that way either.
Nah, but you don't really need them that much. It's like if you on 9, you almost in, then your fan base is already with you. I feel like that team that's having 10 to 25 wins, they need them more than you.
I think the teams that are at the bottom of the conferences should have a higher chance of winning the #1 pick, but I'm not exactly sure. I have to think about it some more.
Yeah, if you get the number 9 seed, you get a first round bye, so you're guaranteed no less than the 8th pick.
I mean, if you think about it, it would put an end to all this talk about tanking and teams, sitting guys. I mean, I've always felt like the tanking aspect of it is not really directed at players. If you're on the court, you're going to play hard. Right. It's more to organizations,
right?
Who they acquire, who they play, those kind of things. But if you're on the court, you're going to play hard. So I think sometimes fans will say the players are tanking, and they're really not. It's really the organizational decision to do that. That would avoid all of that.
You see what I mean?
I think it's a really cool concept.
I'm gonna see if I can pitch it to Mr. Silver.
It's a very cool concept.
GrindGrizz.com. Commissioner, imagine if you could, dispensing with the current lottery system and possibly replacing it with a single elimination tournament in which teams actually compete on the court for the right to the #1 pick in the draft. Everything after that would be the same. Is that something that you could imagine? Would you be open to that? And if you are, I have a proposal.
Well, send me the proposal. I'm happy to look at it. My quick reaction is I don't think it would be such a great idea. I mean, the issue is in terms of a draft, the ultimate goal is to help the teams that are sort of on the bottom rebuild so they can move up to the top. And I'm not sure if a play-in type tournament requires that. I think you also, one of the issues in terms of lotteries and one of the reasons that drafts are sort of odd in many ways is the ultimate goal is to align incentives. And part of the problem with a tournament like that is I'm not sure what incentives it requires, what incentives the players have, when they're playing so that they can in essence be replaced by a top draft pick. It's a strange way of looking at it, but ultimately, the system's not perfect right now. It's one of the reasons why we've continued to adjust the lottery over the years, and I would never say don't send me any new proposal, because we're always open to new ideas, but I'm not sure that would be the best way to get at it.